In this tutorial, I'm going to show you this exciting new feature called WidgetHub, which allows you to design engaging and interactive learning content directly within the Moodle editor. It allows you to add various user interface elements such as alerts, as you can see here, various layouts for quotes, a whole range of different boxes that allow you to signpost your learning to students, and includes a range of interactive elements such as accordions and tabs. Interestingly and importantly, you can design these with very little skills directly in Moodle without having to know any HTML or have any specific software available to you. So let me show you how easy that is. I'm in a book at the moment. I'm going to add a new page. I'll walk you through the whole process. So here we have the newer editor. It's called TinyMCE. And it has an additional button in it now called WidgetHub, this one here. What this allows you to do is select from a library of predefined user interface elements and interactive menu systems. So for example, let's keep it simple for starters. Oh, by the way, as I move my way through this list, you might notice that you get to see a little preview of what the output might look like in the lower left of the screen. So that's handy. I'm going to start fairly easily by using what's called a bootstrap alert. This is just a quick way of signposting to students. You can basically put the words you want here. And you can choose the type of alert here, and these are all indicated by different colours. We'll see that in just a sec. So there we go, we have our alert in. It's a good way to lift the attention on that particular piece of text for your students. But you might decide now that it's in, that you either want to change the text, which you can easily do. I'm just going to put some dummy text in. So you can see that once it's in Moodle, you can very rapidly edit that content. But also, if you were to right click on it, you have now the ability to change your mind. So for instance, under the properties, maybe I want this to be a danger box, which is, as you'll see, it puts that in text in red. So more like a kind of warning to students, if you like. So very, very easy, very customizable. You don't need to have any specialist skills. Let's go for some other components. Maybe we'll use a quote. There's a couple of different quote styles here, and again, you'll get to preview those lower left. I quite like this one, so I'm going to put in. And I'll attribute that to myself. And when I hit accept, you'll see it's placed it in there. It's got a nice layout and design. Again, I can modify this text at will. Once it's in place, you can continue to edit it. Let's add something else now. Again, I click on Widget Hubs. Now, there's a series of boxes that, again, allow us to signpost our learning. So, for instance, maybe a read box. You want a student to read a particular article, or maybe it's a website, a journal that you want to direct them to. And just like before, we can go in and put whatever content might be useful to our students, hit accept, and again, that's straight in the editor, ready for us to arrange other content around it, or if we want to, change the content within it. You can also layer your design. So now that we have this read box, should I wish to, I could have an alert inside it. So you can have fairly comprehensive design. Again, let me show you how that might work. Move up to this widget hub. I'm going to put an alert inside that box. So this could be like a call to action to a student to pay particular attention to something. And you'll see that that's now in there and it's inside the box. And again, should you wish to, you could change, for instance, its design so that it's consistent with the box that it's within. So you can get, very quickly, you can get really good layered design. And for me, the most exciting feature is the interactive components. There are two of them. The first is a accordion menu system. This is really, really useful to break up long continuous text. You might have maybe a work instruction or a set of steps that you want students to work through. It allows them to work through that at their own pace. the first thing you can do is basically specify the number of sections. Maybe I want 5. So that's basically the number of accordion items. You can change the placeholder text if you want to, but you don't need to. You may wish to have the first item open if you wish to. And I haven't mentioned this before, but you can preview this before you add it to Moodle on the preview menu here. So if I go in here and make some changes, maybe this is called topic. And now when I preview, you'll notice that that's all been updated to topic. And so it goes. So I can accept that and place it in. And again, this is fully editable now within Moodle. So if you want to add additional content to each tab, which of course you will want to do, that's all directly editable. You can change the titles of the topics, etc., etc. And this is where it gets really interesting. In addition to being able to edit directly into Moodle, which is also pretty important just by itself, you can resequence or reorder the items within here if you want to. So for whatever reason, imagine you wanted to promote this to higher up the accordion menu. I position myself in this case topic 3, right click, and I can choose things like move up or move down. And so you'll see that I've resequenced that. Or I might want to insert a new accordion item because now there are 6 items. And again, now that I've got those in, I can add the appropriate content, change things around, resequence them if I need to. So incredibly powerful. There are a range of other elements as well. You can explore those in your own time. But I think the important thing to note with all of these is their ease of use, that you can make decisions in an edited window. So this is now a table design, and maybe I want 4 rows by 6 columns, and I can decide some design options of that table and preview that before it's added, and then accept that design and it immediately pops in. Whilst when it's in here, of course, you can use those other features that we mentioned before to perhaps change their properties, maybe in this case change some of the aesthetics of that table. And that's pretty much it. This is an extensible system, so if you've got additional interactive elements or user interface elements that you'd like to see here, I can add them.